Resting the tide has come along to my current work now.
Very good, very good. So you can see a very diverse panel, a lot of different kinds of experience. I want to jump into the conversation a bit. I guess I will start, and I'll come to our resident leadership coach, Barb, first. How do you define leadership? When people think about what does leadership really look like, mean, or how does it behave, what would you offer to this audience about your definition personally of leadership?
That's a big question.
It is.
So, well, that question caused me to pause, and one of the, I'm an avid reader, I'm a learner. I would encourage anyone that wants to be a leader to be a learner and always be growing and never done. I see some nods heading. We can't know it all ourselves. One of the authors that has really influenced my leadership thinking is John Maxwell. How many of you are familiar with John Maxwell books? The leader inside of you, the leaders around you. And he says a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So I'm a big advocate of leading by example, knowing the way by having wise counsel around you, and being out there out front, visible and connected with your people.
Dave, what would you add? Your definition of leadership.
I think to add to that, I think Maxwell does a great job in his definition, and it's also being able to communicate effectively with the group that you're leading. Yeah. A lot of times, the difference between a good leader and a great leader is how they are able to articulate and communicate to the persons that they're leading through any type of situation.
And I imagine today, as we get into talk more about uncertainty, there's been times when you've had to communicate without even knowing what to say, and where you get that in terms of, I'm sure we'll get into that. John, Joe, anybody, anything else to add?
I mean, they pretty much hit it on the head. I mean, there are times in your life when things happen that you can't control, and the only thing that you can't control is your reaction to that occurrence. And I mean, I've had a number of times in my life that my family's life have been turned upside down. But I know that as the leader of my family, per se, my reaction obviously will affect everyone else's reaction. And, I think that leadership is really something that you have to have, in your head and in your heart. And that translates to those around you in so many different ways.
I would just add, and I agree with everybody on the panel, obviously, communication and leading. And one of the things I've always thought that leaders should do is have confidence in the path that they want to go. And to try to, I don't like to use the word motivate, I think that's you're self-motivated, but to inspire them to believe in your path. Not everybody's going to believe in that path. And I think you've got to be humble and believe you don't have all the answers, and you need to stay a little humble through that whole leadership, especially during change, because it can be, depending on the change, whether it's personal or whether it's a full management change like some of these folks have seen. You got to stay humble, you got to stay grounded.
I love that concept of not necessarily thinking about it from motivation. What do you do with your team? But you inspire them to achieve, to lead, to do more.